miserably to hell. Every time I come here, it seems, and every time I try to leave, there's a damn train blocking the damn road. I swear it happens like every time. I'm not kidding. Nearly every time I come here, this happens. And as you can see, the train's not going anywhere, and neither am I. This is the way you get your hours completely tanked, and your plan of arriving at the customer early, allowing yourself lots of extra time for traffic and other weather and other nonsense, so that you can be there plenty of time early for your appointment. Never count for trains, though. Although coming here you have to, but still, it's just ridiculous. It doesn't seem to matter what time of day either. Whatever. It is what it is. That's trucking. And there's that catchphrase. Hey, what's up, YouTube? Well, time for another installment of my trucking journey. When I last left you, we were talking about having a 50 subscriber push to have a giveaway. So we're still working towards that. Picking up, a subscriber here and there. It's kind of tough when you don't have as much free time to make videos as I would like. As I showed you the miles I've been running, and as you'll see in some of the shots that I have in this video, I'm still burning that clock down and still grinding it out. So I'm in Cartersville today at the terminal, and I had a load that I picked up yesterday at the end of my day when I was running out of hours. My 70 was cooked. You'll see that in one of my shots as far as how much I burned down my 70. And I didn't have, and the load actually was supposed to be delivered yesterday at 6 p.m. For the customer. And I messaged my dispatcher right away and let him know that, hey, there's no way I can make that. For one, I couldn't even have made it, even if I could have, gotten the load and went there right away, which I could not do. I had to get 10 hours in for my 10-hour reset, but then I also had to wait until after midnight for my recap hours to come back to me, so that I would have enough time to get there. So that meant that the soonest that I could get it there would have been about like 5 in the morning, 5, 6 in the morning. I think it would have been 6 their time, because I would have lost an hour because I would have changed from Central to Eastern time zone for where it was going. So there was no way for me to get it there regardless. And they just diverted me to the Cartersville terminal and told me to drop the load here. So I guess I must have had a regional driver or someone else picking it up to do the final leg of it for the customer delivery, which is fine with me. Doesn't really matter. I mean, it looked like I'd never been to the place it was going, but it looked pretty easy. Like it wasn't going to be anything difficult there. So while I was here this morning, as soon as I dropped the trailer, my truck was way overdue for a B service. So I went into the shop to have them see if they could get a B service, and I got it in for my B service. That happened a lot faster than I thought it would be, based on what I've heard other drivers, and I think maybe now I know why. Because the only real problem I was having with my truck at all, this is a great running truck. I've had a truck that just kicks ass, to be honest with you. I mean, it has had just minor little things pop up here and there, and the shops have been really good about dealing with that stuff. But I have had an issue with my batteries. I just think it's because they're older. And they get a lot of use in these trucks, especially with inverters and refrigerators and microwaves and all these other things. The truck has as much crap in it almost as my house does, and so the demands are pretty high on the batteries. And I found that my truck, if I shut it off, if it was off for more than about 2.5 hours, it would kick a low voltage alarm on, and it would just wake me up. So nearly impossible to get any real sleep with the truck shut off, because it's just going to wake you up in 2.5 hours anyway. So as a consequence, I pretty much leave the truck running all the time. It's really the only way to Plus, it's been really cold. This winter has been brutal. And in order to have heat for any length of time at all, again, and get any kind of rest beyond 2.5 hours, I had to leave the truck running. So not the best thing for fuel usage, but I'm still 100% fuel compliant because I've been hitting all the fuel solutions and getting all my fuel pumped in, and I try to shut the truck off when I can. But again, the demands on it are pretty high. But anyway, they serviced it. And everything, I got in the truck and I went to make some lunch in a microwave, and I was noticing that the inverter amperage readout was pretty low, without doing anything. I thought, well, they swap the batteries out, it needs time to charge. That's not it. Microwave would run for about a minute and a half, and it would cut the shut off on the inverter, would air out and shut off. So I went and talked to the shop guys. They said, okay, bring it back around to the other door. I brought it around. They looked at it. They said, I guess, saw that something wasn't done during the B service. So they were going to swap batteries. So I went and grabbed some lunch, came back. The guy says, it's all ready. And I was like, wow, that was really fast. And, I got in it. I pulled it around. Some guys come over and washing the trucks here. And while I'm sitting here waiting for them to wash them, I got nothing running in the truck except my laptop charger is plugged in the 110 outlet. I had an Xbox 360 that's plugged in that 110 outlet, and the small 24-inch LCD TV was on. So there's just those three things that I know of pulling off the 110 side. And I was suddenly watching that I was already noticing that my amperage readout was actually lower. It was like 12.6 before, and it would drop down into 11 when the microwave is on. Now I noticed it was at like 12.4 or 12.3 or something like that, and it just kept plummeting. And so I shut everything off except my laptop charger plugged in, and then the inverter went to a constant error out. So I don't know what the hell's going on with these batteries, but not going to be done. So what should have been a quick service is going to be a 3 times back in the door for them to kind of get it sorted out and get it straightened out. But, I'm sure they will. It's, this stuff happens. That's the way it goes. But other than that, everything's going well. Getting ready, getting closer and closer to getting ready to go home. I'm ready to go home now. I actually am ready to go home now. Mainly because I know I'm going. And at this point, I'm ready for a break. For a week, because I've been running 7 days a week now, solid, and just whipping the miles, Paychecks have been decent because of that. So, as you saw in that other video where I showed the paycheck. But anyway, there are going to be more clues in here for you to dig out for the subscriber giveaway. And probably maybe in the next video or so, or maybe 2 or whatever, I'll show what I'm going to be giving away, or what prizes I might have or things to have. I have one thing already, but I'm thinking I might pick something else up different, and, or maybe add it. So there maybe might be more than one winner. That's a possibility. It's always possible. We'll see. If not, I'll do it for another giveaway. Maybe we'll go to another number of subscribers that we'll push to. I'm sure I'm going to be doing giveaways to pique interest and stuff, and plus all this like giving stuff away that I can pick up and stuff, and basically I get it for free, so it's not really hurting me to give it away. So that's just for my wife, in case she's watching. No, I'm just kidding. It's really true. I do get it for free. and so I'm just giving away stuff that I've accumulated and that I don't actually need, because one thing I have is redundant because I already have one. So I'll be offering that up as for someone who wouldn't have that, to give them one less thing they have to pick up when they get their truck and they're getting outfitted. All right, well, let's see. I think that's really gonna do it for this video. I'm working to try to keep them shorter, and we're at 8 minutes, so I'm like 2 minutes over where I really would like to be already. Plus I'm gonna have some images and things, so this is probably gonna end up being about a 10-12 minute video or whatever, but try to get a few more in and get it more regular, and then just don't expect one for that week that I'm off. There won't be one for that unless I throw in one of the ones I already made up that's not trucking related, but is kind of cool, and it's not vacation shots. I'll just leave it at that. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to throwing out another video next time, and we'll catch you on the flip side.